Greetings, dear listener. You are about to listen to a story that was sifted out from the depths of Reddit. I will be eternally grateful if you listen to it and follow me for more to come. If the story is to your liking and is up to your standard, leave me a like. If not, tell me in the comments what exactly was not good enough to please you. Your feedback is very welcome. Let's get it going. It's David, 35 now, back in Vancouver with a stable remote software dev job, a rescue dog who greets me like I've been gone for years every time I come home, and mornings where the coffee actually tastes good instead of like ash. But 3 years ago in Ottawa, I was a man who'd poured his entire soul into saving someone, only to watch her burn it all down for a cheap thrill. It started innocently enough. I was cleaning out the spare room closet one rainy Saturday while Jessica was at yoga class. Tucked behind old photo albums was a folder I'd never seen before. Yellowed discharge papers from a rehab center in Toronto, dated 7 years earlier. Jessica Marie Thompson, age 18, heroin dependency, multiple overdoses, court-mandated treatment after a near-fatal OD. I sat on the floor with those papers in my hands, memories flooding back like a tidal wave. We'd met when she was 19, fresh out of her second stint in rehab. I was 28, working long hours as a junior dev, but I'd volunteered at a recovery support group because my little sister had lost her battle to pills years before. Jessica walked in one evening, tiny, scared, eyes huge and haunted, but with this spark of defiance that made my heart ache. She was beautiful in a broken way. Pale skin, dark hair chopped short after treatment, tattoos covering track marks. She relapsed twice in the first year we dated. Once bad enough that I had to drive her to emergency at 3 a.m., holding her hand while she detoxed again. I paid for private therapy when insurance ran out. Moved her into my apartment so she wouldn't be around old triggers. Sat with her through nightmares, cravings, the endless AA meetings. Held her when she sobbed that she was damaged goods and I deserved better. I told her she wasn't damaged, she was healing. We got married when she was 19. Me, 28. Small ceremony, just close friends. She cried during vows, promising she'd never let me down. I believed her. We built a life, bought a house in Ottawa suburbs, had our daughter at 21. She was terrified of being a mom, but turned into the most devoted parent. For years, it felt like we'd won. She stayed clean, thrived in her marketing job, posted proud recovery milestones on Instagram. 7 years sober today, grateful for my husband who never gave up on me. Heart. There was one thing I did for us early on, something I don't talk about much. When we were trying to start a family responsibly, I volunteered for clinical trials of male birth control pills. It was experimental, but I wanted to share the burden after everything she'd been through with her body from the addiction. Side effects were rough, mood swings, fatigue, but it worked. We planned our daughter carefully after I paused the trials. But after she was born, with the new house mortgage, student loans still hanging over us, and all the baby costs piling up, the financial pressure was crushing. I couldn't risk an unexpected pregnancy throwing us into deeper debt. So, in secret, I continued taking the pills from the trial program. I told myself it was temporary, just until we were more stable. Jessica never knew. I handled the birth control talks, and she trusted me. I thought we'd beaten the demon. Then came the Instagram slip. She posted our perfect family photo from the park. Me pushing our daughter on the swing, Jessica laughing, bubbles everywhere. Caption: my whole world, heart, #family first, #blessed. But in the comments, she replied to a guy named Tyler with hard eyes and tagged him. Tyler_marketing guy. Deleted seconds later. But the notification hit my phone like a slap. I stared at it in the kitchen, coffee going cold. Something cold uncoiled in my chest. I didn't confront her that night. Instead, I started noticing the cracks I'd ignored. New perfume, gym clothes she never wore for me, late client meetings that left her glowing in a way sobriety meetings never did. And subtler things. Pinprick pupils some evenings, that glassy look I remembered from her bad days. I told myself it was fatigue. That evening, after our daughter was asleep, I sat her down. Jess? Who's Tyler? She froze. Then the tears, familiar from rehab days, but different. Guilty. It started as friends at work, she whispered. He listened when I felt invisible. It turned physical 6 months ago. I'm so sorry, David. I never meant... 6 months. While I was coding overtime to cover our mortgage, reading bedtime stories, planning our anniversary getaway, while she was supposed to be the woman I'd fought for. But then she dropped the bomb. In her tearful confession, she admitted more. Tyler, he offered me something at a party, just to relax. It was heroin, David. I said no at first, but I slipped. Once, then more. I thought I could handle it like old times, but it's pulling me back. My blood ran cold. Tyler hadn't just stolen her heart. He'd fed her the poison that nearly killed her before. The demon wasn't dead. Her lover had resurrected it. I felt my world tilt. This wasn't just cheating. This was her taking everything we'd rebuilt. Every late night talk, every dollar I'd spent on her therapy, every time I'd held her through withdrawal, and throwing it away for some junior marketer with a nice smile and a deadly habit. My voice came out flat. Okay, I need time to process. She begged, please don't leave, for our daughter, for everything we've been through. I relapse, but I can fix this. Therapy again, whatever it takes. I'll quit the job, cut him off. I nodded, said we'd try couples counseling. But inside, the man who'd saved her was dying. What replaced him was colder, methodical. I started quietly documenting, enabled full phone backups to a private cloud, screenshots of DMs, flirty, then explicit. Can't wait to feel you inside me again. He has no idea, LOL. Location history showed hotel visits during meetings, joint card charges, champagne, lingerie, client dinners that weren't. And now, with the relapse confession, I went further. I found her hidden stash one day while cleaning. A small baggie in her gym bag, residue clear. I took photos but didn't confront. Instead, I arranged a discreet hair follicle drug test through a private lab, non-invasive, accurate for months of history. Results: Positive for heroin. Recent and repeated use. Jessica was rising fast in her agency. Up for promotion to senior account manager. Tyler? Junior, but his uncle was a major investor. Connected. I waited. Played the supportive husband. Went to therapy, solo first. Told the counselor I was struggling with trust. Didn't mention the evidence yet. Held her when she cried about guilt. Made love when she initiated. Detached. Gathering intel while she thought we were reconnecting. She thought her past had taught her redemption. She thought I'd always forgive. Then the second pregnancy announcement. She came home glowing one Friday evening, test in hand. David, we're having another baby. This is our miracle. After everything, the addiction, the relapses, this is proof we're meant to be. I hugged her, kissed her forehead, booked ultrasounds, talked nursery themes. But in my mind, I knew it couldn't be mine. I'd been secretly continuing the male birth control pills to avoid any surprises with our finances stretched thin. The mortgage payments, the daycare costs, the lingering debts from her early treatment years. It was all too much. I hadn't told her, figuring we'd discuss expanding the family when we were ready. Now, this miracle was just more proof of her betrayal. But I didn't need a paternity test anymore. The drug test was my smoking gun. I built the full dossier. Messages, locations, finances, drug test results. Added context from her old rehab files, proof of how much I'd invested in her recovery. Sent anonymous package to agency HR, intra-office affair violation plus expense fraud, those charged dinners. CC'd the uncle investor with select evidence, including hints of drug use on company time. Tipped a Toronto marketing gossip blog that thrives on scandals. Waited. At our daughter's 3rd birthday, big backyard party, bouncy castle, family, friends, I set up a projector for a memory slideshow. After cake, as everyone sang, I stood. Before gifts, a special presentation for the woman who says family is everything. Hit play. Texts scrolled, hotel photos, receipts. Final slide, drug test report. Positive for heroin, recent use confirmed. Then a quiet addition, scan of her old rehab discharge papers with my handwritten notes from years ago. David, thank you for believing in me when I couldn't. Jessica dropped the knife, screamed, "This is fake! He's twisting everything! It's from the past!" Her mom gasped. My parents pulled me aside, horrified but standing by me. Chaos. Phones out. Guests leaving in shock. Divorce papers served next day. Agency fired both Jessica and Tyler within the week. HR breach plus financial misconduct. Uncle couldn't contain it. Leaks spread on LinkedIn with whispers of drug scandals. Jessica's name became poison. No agency would touch her. Tyler lost his girlfriend. I tipped her anonymously. And career momentum. Rumors he supplied the drugs followed him. Custody. I got primary. Jessica's instability, recent relapse plus affair, tipped the scales. Court-ordered supervised visits until she proved sobriety. She spiraled hard. Lost the house equity, drowning in legal debt, back in therapy, this time court-mandated. Begging texts at 3 a.m. I ruined us. After you saved me from myself. Please, David, I need you. I changed numbers. Moved us to Vancouver. Fresh start. Therapy for me. Dog walks. Slow dating now. Someone kind. No drama. Jessica? Still in Ottawa, co-parenting remotely, working low-level gigs, fighting to stay sober again. Regrets heavier than any withdrawal. I look at my kids and know they deserve stability, not chaos. And sometimes the nuclear revenge isn't explosion. It's walking away with the life you rebuilt, while the person who burned it watches from the ashes.
That's all, folks. I hope that you enjoyed that story. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and enable notifications for my channel. See you next time, people.